I've always find the ghost run away from me for some reason. So
But you're so scary.
I must be scary.
You don't believe in ghosts? Hearts, ladies. Would you please welcome underwear model Nick Bracks? How are you, Nick?
I'm good, how are you?
Good. I mean, look, to be fair, for most of our audience, they've probably been in love with you for a long time but didn't know your name, and it wasn't until Dancing with the Stars. Did you enjoy that experience?
I loved the experience. I was petrified at the start, but yeah, it was great.
I'm looking forward to hearing more about you. Nick Bracks, everyone. Good on you, Nick.
I'm actually seeing myself reflecting this person, so it's like I'm standing up on the other side, so I think this person's quite sporty. Good. All right. This person's quite a ladies' man. You should say yes to this. He actually is quite an attractive man. It's coming from me. Has to say yes to that. Strong football connection. No, I back for Richmond, but I think it's an AFL connection with this person. This person is a bit of a soccer fan as well. I'm seeing stripes. Is there a Geelong connection with you? The family's a very public figure. Very public.
Okay, that's your time, Greg. The idea of the challenge, or the hope in the challenge, is that you'll be able to sort of round out what that person is.
Look, I was getting like a sporting kind of... That didn't come through very, very strongly, so, but I think they play it recreationally kind of thing.
Okay, so sporty member of a famous family.
A public family. I wouldn't say it's sporting.
A sporty person, member of a public family.
A very public family.
Okay.
I've grown up having quite a famous, prominent father in Melbourne. He was a politician, and so he's very well known.
I'll see how close you are. Have a look at the screen, and you can see your celebrity is Nick Bracks, underwear model and son of Victorian Premier Sleepbags.
Of course he's good looking.
I think I'm impressed.
He was clearly having a good time putting the pieces together.
Yeah.
And this is what I love to see, the joy in this process.
Were you impressed with Greg's reading, Richard?
Marginally impressed. Again, it comes down to a game of 20 questions. If you make a lot of statements and you get a yes or a no answer, you can absolutely go down.
It's a 3 in 7 chance?
Yeah, it's one of the results we might have expected, but I did find the use of the pendulum fascinating because in the scientific or skeptical circles, that's what she was doing is known as the idiomotor action, where slight muscle contractions subconsciously make the pendulum swing back and forth. It is a tried method. It's not true.
Well, I think it's true for some.
All right, our final psychic to have a go at this challenge is Mr. Greg Riley. Please make him welcome. Good on you, Greg. We've had a lot of great moments with you. You've been very entertaining. So we'll show you some of our favourites.
Greg burst off the blocks by finding the chopper.
Hi, how you going?
And he's never looked back. From his hit on the hammer challenge...
It was hammer number 4.
...to the remarkable boy in the boot.
The car opens. Oh, hey, champ.
His psychic ability has been first class. And when his beach huts reached the perfect score...
You're amazing.
This will be Debbie.
Congratulations.
Thanks, Deb.
He moved one step closer to being named the one.
One final studio challenge.
Yep.
Okay? 7 boxes.
Yep.
3 contain gold. 4 do not. Please label them.
Cool.
What, have you meditated, or are you doing something else? Or
I'm going to use the same technique I used for the beach hut, was just use some clairaudience and ask, is it in there or not? And so put it down, and tried and true method, I think.
Okay, good luck.
Going into the last challenge, I was pretty nervous because this is not the time or the week to drop one and fail at a challenge. So this is probably the most pressure I've felt throughout the whole competition. The technique itself is quite simple. It's quick, and you just basically stand behind one box, and I just ask. is it in this box? And it's basically yes or no.
Here's what I can tell you. Heidi got 1 correct, which was a disappointing start for her.
Yep.
Debbie had 5 correct,
Cool.
which is obviously a pretty good start.
Yep.
How confident are you that you can...
Ollie, if I get 4 or 5,
Yeah.
I'd be very happy with that.
Okay.
If I get 7, I'll give you a big kiss.
Fingers crossed for... All right.
6.
Security Nick will help us with the boxes. But I'll tell you what, why don't we do that after the break?
Oh.
And you didn't see that coming, did you? Back in a moment to find out just how Greg went. You're watching The One.
Coming up, the judges can't let it rest.
Just because we can't measure it doesn't mean it isn't real.
But you can say the same thing about unicorns.
You're being very disrespectful to the whole process.
And later, we reveal your choice for The One. Phone or SMS your vote now.
Welcome back to the finale of The One. Before the great Greg Riley put his cards on these 7 boxes, 3 contain a gold ingot, 4 contain nothing. It's a pretty important part of the competition now. We know Debbie had 5.
Yep.
Heidi had 1. Let's see how you got on. So, Nick, box number 1, and you called this one as empty.
There goes a kiss.
I knew there was a reason I was happy about that one. Box number 2, you said is empty as well. Okay, so we're 1 out of 2. Okay. All right, Nick, box number 3. Okay, another miss there. Obviously, you've said that one is gold. All right, box number 4, thanks, Nick. Empty. How are you feeling at the moment? 3 to go, you're 2 from 4.
Nervous, very nervous, yeah.
There's a fair bit riding on box number 5. Nick. Good luck. Box number 6, thanks, Nick. Empty. And again, I don't think I'll be using psychic powers to say there's gold in them there hills. Well done. Well done.
Thanks,
Great
Andrew.
start.
Thanks, mate.
Greg Riley, 5 out of 7. Well done. I think it's the first time I've actually seen Greg visibly sort of nervous, and he was actually shaking. A brilliant result, really, for him, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think, Greg has been quite consistent, because when you look at his performance over the time, over all the challenges, I think there is a strong possibility, that he does have something more than just that he's a lucky guy.
Yeah.
Good science, good scientists say that just because we can't measure it doesn't mean it isn't real.
Absolutely. But you can say the same thing about unicorns. We can't measure unicorns either.
Yes, I know, but what you're trying to tell me, this is about unicorns? You're being very disrespectful to the whole process, right? This is not like and like. You're not comparing oranges with oranges here. You know that.
But just saying that you can't measure something, therefore, it's probably real. No, it just means that it may or may not be real.
But I'm happy with that. But you brought unicorns into it, so really, what's that got to do with anything? Stick to the subject. Psychic ability.
All right, well, let's continue on with this process. And I just wonder, our final psychic is Greg Riley. He heads into the former home of Kerry Whelan's killer to learn all that he can about her fate.
I'm Greg Riley. I'm from Melbourne, and I'm a medium. So what I'm going to try and do here is connect into the energy of Bruce. I don't think he's buried her because I don't think he had the capacity physically to bury her. I think she's down one of the mine shafts. I was also getting a feeling of that there was a house under construction nearby, and Kerry was near that place. So I think now I've got as much as I can, and I want to get up in the air as quickly as possible to try and see if I can locate what I'm seeing. It's actually very hard to see through the trees here. It's near impossible, actually. I just asked Kerry in my mind, I said, Kerry, can you please help me here? About 2 seconds later, out of the corner of my eye, I noticed the house under construction. It's like Kerry's sort of pointing down, down, down. So I've seen my first sign, which is the house. The next part of my challenge was to find where some mines were. So I want to go a fair way up here, just right in front of Nuggety Ridge. You can actually sort of feel a little bit the nerves coming back as you get a stronger pull as you get closer up here. Got this sudden feeling to stop. I had to stop. Because he wouldn't have pulled it far off the track, off the edge of the track. I can see something. This is what I'm looking for, is an old disused mine shaft. It's obviously caved in now and it's quite old. It was real exciting to find that mine shaft, but it wasn't where I felt Kerry was connected to. And then I saw this other mine and I felt an instant connection to this mine. Less than 10 metres off the road is another disused mine shaft. She's standing next to me. So it's like, it's that magnet against that pull. I feel her here, I really do. If one of us managed to find where Kerry was, look, I think it'd be something that would give the family closure. It'd be a remarkable thing if we could assist with that.
Is it just a coincidence, Richard, that 2 of the 3 psychics went for the mine shaft as a likely place for Kerry Whelan's body?
It may well be something I would have a guess at. If I was trying to think of hiding a body, it might occur to me. Sure.
If one of these guys were able to find the body, would that just not be another chance for you? Like, if you've just mentioned about the mine shaft, right? So that's somewhere that they might want to go. What if they found the body there? Would that just be a good piece of chance for those guys, a bit of random?
To be honest, I don't know what my feelings would be if they actually found it. I'd have to seriously think about that issue, yeah.
Okay.
And obviously, we undertook the challenge in the hope of solving a 15-year mystery, and what our psychics have seen and what they've said may prove helpful. We've passed on all of their findings to the relevant authorities.
And if anything you've seen tonight has triggered memories that could bring the police closer to finding Kerry Whelan's body, then call Crime Stoppers on 1800 333 000.
All right. The voting on which of our 3 finalists is the one has now closed. So who will win? We literally tested hundreds to find the 10 best. All of them had genuine claims to becoming the one. Of course, it is a competition, and because they are all so good, the competition, I'm sure you'd agree, has been quite compelling. Let's welcome back the 7 gifted psychics who pushed our final 3 to where they are now. Make them welcome. Mr. Michael Wheeler, Julie McKenzie, Salvatore Trimboli, Trina Kavanagh, Valerie Bradshaw, Anthony Grizelka, and Maria Alita. I've got one final psychic challenge for the 7 of you, and that is to tell us who of the final 3 you think will become the one. We don't know if you're going to be right or wrong right now, but we will know quite shortly. So, Michael, let me start with you. Who do you think will be the one?
Based on everything I've seen, Greg Riley.
Okay, what about you, Julie?
Definitely Greg. He's shown the goods. He's the horse to back.
Okay, Sal?
I feel that Greg will be the one.
Okay, Katrina?
Well, when I tune in, I actually received that the one will be Debbie Malone. She's very well known in the industry and has a really great reputation.
Okay, Val?
Yeah, I would have to say Debbie Malone, and for the same reasons.
All right. Greg, Debbie.
Absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt. I've been in this industry a long time, and Greg's a freak.
Okay.
It's going to be Greg.
That must just fill your heart, Richard, to hear another psychic go, Greg's a freak.
No comment.
Okay, so 4 Gregs, 2 Debbies, and a
100% Greg. I think he's amazing.
All right, Maria, so that's what you got, 5 Gregs, 2 Debbies. We'll find out in a few moments' time. You're watching the finale. This is The One.
Coming up, the final 3 make their own predictions as to who will be the one.
You're a 1 in 3 chance on that one.
I got one right.
Then, the moment Australia has been waiting for.
And the name of the winner, the name of the one, is in this envelope.